everybody, this is Crystal with Crystal's Diversity Creations, and I had somebody ask me, how do you remove the background when you're trying to prepare an image for print and cut? So if you're just doing a standard print and cut, a sticker print and cut, eco solvent, or even preparing to do a DTF print, how do you go about getting rid of the background? So it's fairly simple, in some instances and terribly painful in others, but the more you do it, the easier it seems to get. So in this case, we have an image that has a dark background to it. If you wanted to get rid of this, I like to work off of the white, because most images are going to be like this, and when you have it here, you don't realize that there's a white image. So I like to take it off of the white background when I'm going to work with it. So you start by opening up your trace panel, and then you want to do select trace area. You're going to highlight that area, and basically in this case, because of that darkness, it wants to capture that as well. So we're going to bring down the threshold. By doing so, you can see we're getting closer to the edges right there. We can try to bring up the speckle a little bit to just try to fill it in a tad bit. That should be okay. And then we're going to do a trace and detach. Let it run. And once it processes the image, we can click and hold the background, and we just drag it away and then delete it. We go back up to the image that we want to keep, and if you note, when we highlight it, you see the little little blocks, and those little blocks are actually objects. So you want to go ahead and move that. Okay, so now this is ready, and you would get just what you wanted, just that outline. So we're just going to set that over to that way. Now we'll work with this one, and we're going to get rid of this space right here. I'll show you how to get rid of that. We're going to start the same way, getting rid of the back. In this case, because we have the white background, it'll focus primarily on the image. So instead of going down like in the ice cream cone, we're going to go up. And we're going to keep on going up until we go up so far that we start to see it distort outside of the image. And then from that point, we'll go down in 1 point increments till we see what makes the most sense. So you see how we started getting pixelated around the edges here. We're at 100. So let's go down. Go down 1. Not so bad. We also have to bear in mind that these here, we want some of them to be white, but sometimes you lose color in your image as well. So here we're going to go down 1 more, and now we'll go up, because we start to see we're losing color in our image, and we don't want that. So 98 for this one seems to be our sweet spot. So now we'll go ahead and do trace and detach. Let it process. And once it's finished, we'll do the same thing as we did with the ice cream cone, and that is to remove the background. If you were putting on a white image, or you didn't mind the white, you could basically be done at this point. So we'll remove the background, and we'll go ahead and delete that. And so technically, we could be done. Like this is a wrap. We could be done. But because we want to go a little bit deeper, we want to get rid of this white section here and there and there. But I'm just going to work on this one for the sake of keeping the video brief. So we'll duplicate that, because you need 2 items that are identical. And I generally like to keep them side by side. So over here, I'm going to just put this one right here. And so because this is where we want to focus, we're going to enlarge the image, right? And we just want to do a select and trace, and we only want to get this space right here, just there. So we stop, okay? And then we do we pretty much got it covered as much as we need it, but if we do a little bit more, it gives us a finer line in there, and you'll see why that matters shortly. So we want it to be more where it's going to just give us that cut out of that box. So now we do trace, and we're going to go ahead and move this image, and we wind up with this shape here. We don't want to stretch it, we don't want to distort it, because remember, our two images are exactly the same size. While we're here, we can go ahead and break this line by erasing it, right? And so that allows us to get to that center piece, which is what we want. And we just kind of get right here. Now, we're going to go ahead and grab this out. Right? And we can delete this. We're going to minimize just so we can see a little bit better. Get this over to this space. Okay. And get a little larger just for the sake of being able to see what we're doing. And might not be able to do that smaller again. So we're going to situate this right over top, right? Because wherever it is, it should get rid of it. Okay. Sometimes you see all of this white that's around. Sometimes that makes it a little bit funky when we're trying to get rid, let's just say. So we just want to highlight and make sure we get this included, and then say trace, and we're going to do subtract all. And then you see, by doing subtract all of a sudden this turned gray. It actually turned this color because it allowed us to be able to get rid of the white. So now we delete this, and we don't have to use this. We would if we were doing the entire image, but we're not. So I'm going to minimize, get this small again, and you'll be able to see that this is now, if we were going to print and cut, this would be gone. And you would just do the same thing for this piece and that piece, and even over here if you wanted to. So then when you do your print and cut, all you have is just your image. So what we just did was to remove the background on here, and I showed you how to remove this white here, and you'll be able to do it here, here, and right in there as well. Same exact concept. Again, sometimes it may take a little bit more effort, because when you have spaces that have some intricacy to it, you may want to make sure that you get that threshold up as much as you can, because it will build that line around for you and make it easier to overlay. With this one, just remember, when you have a darker background, like we said with the dark gray, that it's about getting the threshold where you need it and then coming down. On this one, we went up. So I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you as always for watching Crystal's Diversive Creation. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if it's anything that you want me to take a look at and delve into, please let me know. Share this with a friend if you think somebody could benefit from it. As always, I appreciate you watching. Take care until our next video.